Once hailed as the third richest person in the world, this man was a force to be reckoned with. With a net worth of around $120 billion, Gautam Adani had surpassed famous billionaires like Bill Gates and Warren Buffett. His corporate empire, known as the Adani Group, was soaring to new heights and seemed unstoppable in its quest for success. However, everything took a dramatic turn when Hindenburg Research, a short-selling firm, made a shocking accusation. They claimed that Adani had masterminded the largest con in corporate history. In response, Adani fiercely rejected these allegations, branding them as baseless and malicious. Nonetheless, doubts continued to linger among investors. By the end of February 2023, the Adani Group's 10 publicly traded stocks had taken a staggering blow, losing 2/3 of their value, or nearly $150 billion. Now everyone is asking, what exactly are the accusations levied against Gautam Adani? How has he responded to these allegations? And what has unfolded since the release of the damaging report? Hi, I'm Filipina with Dystopish. We make mini documentaries about business, money, and power, and this is how the world's third richest man lost billions of dollars in a matter of days. Gautam Adani's remarkable journey began in Ahmedabad, Gujarat, India. Growing up in a family immersed in the textile industry, he learned the value of hard work from his parents. Although traditional academics didn't capture his interest, Adani followed his own path in the business world. Leaving school at a young age, he went to Mumbai with only sheer determination and a small amount of money. There, he honed his skills in the diamond trade, dedicating long hours to polishing precious gems. However, his career took a significant turn when his brother asked for his help in managing a plastic factory. Returning to his hometown, Adani seized the opportunity to import raw materials for plastic manufacturing. This venture not only allowed him to establish international connections, but also paved the way for him to become a prominent global commodities trader. In 1988, Adani took a significant leap and founded his own business, Adani Exports Limited, initially focusing on the import and export of polymers. Taking advantage of economic liberalization measures introduced in India, the company swiftly expanded into other commodities like metals, agricultural items, and power. Yet, it was in 1995 that Adani experienced a real breakthrough. Venturing into the port sector, his company's growth skyrocketed, establishing a solid foundation for his expanding empire. Today, the Adani Group stands as a powerhouse conglomerate consisting of 10 publicly traded companies spanning diverse sectors such as airports, train lines, ports, data centers, green energy, coal mining, cement, and media. His strategic vision revolves around fulfilling India's development needs and aligning with the nation's long-term economic goals. Thanks to this approach, Adani's companies have witnessed a meteoric rise in share prices, launching him to the ranks of the world's wealthiest individuals. However, Adani's rise to success hasn't come without its fair share of scrutiny. Even before the Hindenburg allegations emerged, the business magnate had already faced significant backlash over the years. Critics have argued that the Adani Group owes its success in part to the close ties between its founder and Prime Minister Narendra Modi. The relationship between the two can be traced back to the days when Modi served as the Chief Minister of Gujarat. During that time, Adani reportedly obtained land at discounted prices, sparking controversy. Even after Modi assumed the role of Prime Minister in 2014, their bond remained evident. There were instances when Modi used an Adani plane for his travels to New Delhi, further fueling speculation about their connection. In 2019, Adani seemed to benefit again from the relationship when he received government approval to establish a highly lucrative special economic zone in Jharkhand. It's no surprise then that many people in India believe that Adani wields unparalleled influence, allowing him to secure desired deals and gain an unfair advantage. However, Adani firmly denies these allegations of favoritism. In an interview with the magazine India Today, he emphasized that the foundations of his business were laid in the 1980s when the Indian government implemented trade liberalization policies. He stated, "My professional success is not because of any individual leader, but because of the policy and institutional reforms initiated by several leaders and governments over a long period of more than 3 decades. Interestingly, in 2014, right before the national elections that brought Modi to power, Adani had a net worth of $2.8 billion. Over the years, that wealth soared to $126.4 billion until the Hindenburg Report in January dealt a huge blow to his business. Hindenburg Research, named after the famous doomed airship, is what's known as an activist short seller on Wall Street. Now, what exactly is a short seller? A short seller is someone who believes that the price of a financial asset, like a stock, bond, or commodity, will go down. Instead of buying the asset and hoping it will increase in value, a short seller borrows it from a broker and sells it in the market, aiming to buy it back later at a lower price. The idea is to profit from the difference between the higher selling price and the lower repurchase price. But here's the catch. Short selling can be risky if you're not careful. Why? Well, unlike buying a stock where the maximum you can lose is the amount you invested, there's no limit to how high a stock's price can rise. It can skyrocket to infinity and beyond, as Buzz Lightyear would say. If you've shorted a stock and its price keeps going up, you could face losses greater than your initial investment. However, if the stock falls just as you predicted, you can make a significant profit. So you're probably wondering, how does the Adani Group come into the picture? On January 25, 2023, Hindenburg Research announced that they had taken short positions in Adani companies. They claimed that the group has engaged in a brazen stock manipulation and accounting fraud scheme over the course of decades. These are some of the pressing concerns Hindenburg has raised. They highlighted that the group had been the subject of 4 major government fraud investigations involving allegations of money laundering, theft of taxpayer funds, and corruption amounting to nearly $17 billion. According to Hindenburg, Adani family members have allegedly cooperated to create offshore shell entities in tax haven jurisdictions like Mauritius, the UAE, and Caribbean islands in an apparent effort to generate illegitimate turnover and to siphon money. In particular, Vinod Adani, Gautam Adani's older brother, has regularly been found at the center of the government's investigations into Adani for his alleged role in managing a network of offshore entities used to facilitate fraud. In their report, Hindenburg has identified 38 Mauritius shell entities controlled by Vinod Adani and his close associates. They also uncovered more entities in the UAE, Singapore, and multiple Caribbean islands that are secretly controlled by Vinod Adani. These entities, Hindenburg has alleged, have no obvious signs of operations, no reported employees, no independent addresses or phone numbers, and no meaningful online presence. Instead, they seem to serve different purposes, including manipulating stock prices and engaging in money laundering, all of which was done to maintain the appearance of financial health and solvency. What's even more puzzling is that despite the Adani Group's virtually non-existent financial controls and their accumulation of substantial debt, the stock prices of their 7 main listed companies have soared by an average of 819% in the past 3 years. In turn, this dramatic increase has added around $100 billion to Adani's net worth. Now, Hindenburg didn't stop there. They went on to say that even if these allegations were ignored, the Adani Group companies were so overvalued that their stocks could fall 85%. And that's exactly what happened. Despite the Adani Group pleading its innocence and dismissing Hindenburg's allegation as a malicious combination of selective misinformation, investors were swift and merciless. By January 30th, 2023, Adani's 7 publicly listed companies collectively lost $65 billion in market value. Within a week of the allegations, Adani was no longer among the world's top 10 wealthiest individuals. As of writing, he isn't even the richest person in India. In a 413-page response, the Adani Group argued that the report wasn't merely an unwarranted attack on any specific company, but a calculated attack on India and its growth story. The Adani Group stated, "It is tremendously concerning that the statements of an entity sitting thousands of miles away with no credibility or ethics has caused serious and unprecedented adverse impact on our investors. Indeed, the consequences were severe. Adani Enterprises ended up canceling what was expected to be India's largest ever follow-on public offering. The shares were already fully subscribed, but the group abandoned the sale after Adani Enterprises stocks closed 30% lower than the offering's floor price." In an address to investors, Adani stated, "Today, the market has been unprecedented and our stock price has fluctuated over the course of the day. Given these extraordinary circumstances, the company's board felt that going ahead with the issue will not be morally correct." While the Indian government, led by Prime Minister Modi, has remained mostly silent on the issue, the country's finance minister, Nirmala Sitharaman, assured the public that regulators would investigate the allegations. However, despite involving multiple agencies from India and other countries in the investigation, the Securities and Exchange Board of India hasn't made any significant progress. They admit that their ongoing pursuit of the case could be a journey without a destination. After all, Adani remains one of the most powerful individuals in the world, with extensive businesses in key sectors in India and a workforce of over 23,000 employees. It's unlikely that he will go away anytime soon. Gautam Adani's remarkable journey from a school dropout and son of a textile merchant to one of the world's wealthiest individuals is impressive. However, in early 2023, Adani's reputation suffered a significant blow. Suddenly, he was labeled as a fraud and con artist whose greed could jeopardize India, the fifth largest economy in the world. Is Adani truly the monster portrayed by Hindenburg Research, or a deserving billionaire whose business acumen transformed India? Only time will tell. Hey, thanks for watching! If you enjoyed this content, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more awesome videos in the future. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!